Here's going to be something that I'm going to do that's going to be very interesting. We'll see how it works out. This has always been part of the experiment that I've always enjoyed doing. Doing this lettering and adding crosshatching. And I'm using a Princeton Velvetouch 10-0 liner to do this. So, because the crosshatching is going to match the direction on the pants, space pants. Again, this is super, super exciting stuff. One of the benefits to the brush is that you can have this wide variety of line thickness. And if you carry enough forward momentum, it's not necessary to use a ruler unless you want a, I might as well just keep on going. Unless you want a very mechanical look. And keep in mind I got to draw a hand here, so I can't forget that. So I usually use the Dr. Phil Martin's Bombay Black, but the ink I'm using here is the Yasutomo Japanese ink, and right out of the bottle I don't use it right out of the bottle because it's too thick. And I thin it down with some distilled water. Fun times. So the cross-hatching is going to go the same direction here. I'm going to use a steel nib when I do that. So one of the things I have to figure out is the curvature of the leg. Do I want to go this direction or this direction? So I might go both. And the other thing too is, why go with a steel nib here but a brush here? Well, the steel nib is going to cut right into the masking fluid, and whatever work you've done with the masking fluid is going to be completely undone. And that seems like a remarkably complicated way of doing something. I could just do what I've been doing on the upper part of the page with just the word balloons. It'd be more consistent. Less chances of catastrophic error, accident. Take less time. So, how do I want to go about that? Do that. Whoa. So exciting. We got a long video. The other interesting thing about using a brush for this kind of cross-hatching is if you can get the motion right, you can do a nice bit of curving. So you kind of have to look where the masking fluid sheen is, and this is going to get tedious. I might just speed this up. But you look at the little diamonds that are created from the cross-hatching, and you find where that diamond intersects over the lettering. Here, here, and here. Got to make sure my frame is lined up here. I've done this before to various degrees of success. It's not a guarantee. Can be problematic, and I run a really big risk of a major screw up. And to invest so much drawing into a page just to have to say, you know what, let's abandon ship and start somewhere else. You know, it's a pretty big risk. But I'm up for it. Why not? Life is short. Every day the sunset gets closer. Up here. So the ink will pull up on the liquid mask, and you can kind of see where your progress is. However, there is the risk that the ink will slip under the liquid mask. It's happened before. Not a very good thing to happen. And again, you can go over it with ink or with the white ink to find where you messed up, where you've missed. And it looks pretty good. So I probably won't have time to show what this looks like, but I will, the one that's above. I should never do this stuff before work. It's an opportunity. So there, get myself my paper towel that I use for this, make sure the lint is out of it. And the problem here is sometimes the repair can look worse than the mistake. Anyway. More for now.